Hello everybody, my name is Mathis and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. It's been a couple days. Oh, what a start. Oh, what a start. Alright, 1 health. We've got good damage, good tears, and goat's head. It's the 1 health that's going to be a little bit problematic. But we can make this work, man. We can easily make this work. Sorry it's been a few days, you know, with Isaac. Wanted to take a little bit of a break, more or less. And I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, which is a really fun game if you're into that style of game, which is deep simulation, kind of RPG-esque game. However, it's a long game, and people have really been wanting more of it on the channel, but each episode is like an hour to record, so it's been kind of putting me a little bit on the behind end of things as far as recording is concerned, but that's okay because, like, everybody who's watching the Kingdom Come stuff has been loving it, so I apologize, though. I sincerely do. Anyway, this is great. So if we go in here, something I learned about Acid Baby. If I use a pill in a room, Acid Baby like poisons everybody in the room, and I only recently discovered that. So that's kind of cool. Acid Baby could actually be a pretty good item, better than what I anticipated at least. And we'll go ahead and pop in. Here's Balls of Steel. Okay, that barely did any damage to at least a boss anyway. But Balls of Steel. Daddy loves balls made of steel. Is all I'm saying. You know what? We should be doing this. Whoa! Whoa, Jesus. That was a lot of stuff there. And we get Little Steven, which is fine. All right. What a strong start. I hope it continues. If we can just literally just ball out of control super fast, we could victory run this. I'm just saying. We can make this a victory run and make it worth it. Not that playing isn't worth it in the first place, but it's worth it. It would be really good for us. Also, Lemon Party and Balls of Steel both in the rotation, and having Acid Baby to feed me maybe Balls of Steel on the regular, which, as long as there's somebody feeding me balls, I'm fine. I'm smiling in the end. But yeah, if we can Balls of Steel it up, often, I'll be a happy dude, no question. Amnesia. Don't think I'm gonna take Amnesia. You know, there's an argument to be made that maybe I should, just to speed up a room, but I have no interest in burning through it. If I could, 1 bomb, please. 1 more bomb. You've been feeding me all these wonderful successes in life. Let me have another. Whoa. We don't know what this is, and I'm gonna just pop it in here. Well, that is super unfortunate. That is the only time I ever think I've ever taken a paralysis pill during a boss fight accidentally and just gotten completely punished for it instantly. Because usually you just don't take a pill you take it when the room is empty. But having Acid Baby has me playing a little differently. Oh, that's so good. Ooh. Do I want to get rid of the flies? So here's like the thought process. If I could get each one of these, I would. I think I'm just gonna trade off for the nail, though. We don't need the nail. Like, obviously, we don't need the nail. We're gonna pop that. Luck down, huh? That's unfortunate. We don't, I mean, what am I saying? We don't need the damage from the nail is what I'm trying to say. At least it's not like a game changer. It's nice to have, but it ain't gonna change how we play. But the spirit hearts from the nail are obviously super welcome. This is still a little bit more glass cannony than I would like, I will admit. Sad bombs is good. What I'm gonna do, though, Balls of Steel. Oh, it's so good. What I'm gonna do, though, is pop a not a bomb, but pop the nail over here to run through the rock, so I don't have to use a bomb for it. So I get the health, I get the damage, I get whatever the Tinted Rock gives me, which was more health, and we just make our way down. Now, here's the thing, right? I think what we do is we now put 3 down, absorb them both. Because one of them is a spacebar item we can't use. We got stats out of it. No, wait, we didn't get any stats out of it. I'm crazy. We got stats because the nail got used. But now we have a way to suck. And if there's like a passive item we just don't want, it's like absolutely terrible. That's when we suck it for stats. I think this is the right play. I think we did it the right way as well. So we just go boom, boom. I want you in my room. Sad bombs is good too, by the way. We have to keep that in mind. Using sad bombs to further like a boss fight or something could be very, very good for us. Why don't we come up here, grab this, grab it, then just continue on in this room and treat it as though it was a normal room. Heck yeah. 48-hour energy is great, don't get me wrong. We did not get to... Whoop. Ooh. Ooh, why am I feeling really weak in this room? It must be just the layout of the room and like the way the enemies are. Felt like I wasn't doing a ton. Why did we get another charge? That must have been a charged key. I didn't realize it. We'll hold off because we could end up getting... Well, the thought was we could end up getting like a Bob's Curse or something that we did not want in there. And I think we just hold on to this charge now. We could just max out our health and maybe that's the right thing to do, but I'm not gonna. I am just going to hold on to this charge and wait to see if we get... Oh, now I'm going to pop it. And wait to see if we end up getting an item. Charged friends, right. Paralysis. I don't know what that does, really? If it does anything worthwhile, which is probably the answer is probably no. That was terrible damage. I was standing directly in the thing's bullet path, and I just was like, yeah, that'll be fine here. Same with that. That was really bad. Let's keep moving, though. We're all right. Like, we're getting a lot of batteries to drop, even though our luck is negative 0.76. We seem to be getting lucky. And we obviously still have the opportunity to be picking up Spirit Hearts via Acid Baby. So, I think everything's going to be A-okay in my book. The Ankh is not superb. That's going to be a secret room, though, and we're going to want to pop it, I think. I actually used my charge up like an idiot. It must have been one of those situations where I got a battery and was like, oh, heck yeah. I think we eat the leech. Ooh, health up, huh? Yeah, I don't think we want to take the leech. If we can suck the leech, we're going to suck the leech. Any battery now would be fine. Are we gonna get... Oh, the pretty fly is good. Are we gonna get a charge? Are we gonna be able to work up a charge? Because if not, we're gonna want to go get the leech, so... I'd rather not have to deal with them if I don't have to. Okay. Dad's lost coin. Somebody told me what this does. It gives me luck up, range up, and something else, and I forget what it is. We want all of these? No, we don't want all of these. What we want... We can come back. We have go ahead, keep in mind. What we want is to suck it all up. Yeah, that's good. Sure. Alright, let's go down the shop real quick. No battery, unfortunately. No red heart either, which would be alright. The placebo doesn't really help me much. We'll take nightlight. And that's going to be it. We really aren't going to get a chance to suck it. Trying to think if there's anything we can do here. I'm gonna keep little charge. Let's see if this is gonna be valuable in any way. I mean, yes, in that it's gonna allow us to pick up one of those for a red heart instead. I'm still not going to get to suck. So we're going to have to just take the leech. That's all right. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have a little bit more damage kind of just out there doing its thing. I don't particularly like the leech, but it's fine. So we have Satanic Bible, which which would be actually really good. Yeah, let's actually play in really hard here. I think we can afford it. 48-hour energy could be in here. Health up, huh? Pop this, pop health.
Health up.
I would love to...
Range up.
Oh, I'd love to suck it, but I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can afford it. Because if we were able to get that somehow, you know what? There is a chance. I know I'm playing it slow, but I'm trying to min-max so I can victory run it. There is a chest over here. It looks like I missed. At least on the mini-map, it looks like I missed it. If there's any chance, if I hadn't have misplayed, it's my own fault. I'm aware it's my own fault. Double moon over a little charge. This is gonna get us our suck though. I completely forgot about this room. I don't know what that does, man. Double moon and 48-hour energy, which is great. Now I wish I'd come here first. I would have sucked up the leech. But that's fine. Okay. Balls of Steel is fantastic. All right, now we've basically taken this for ourselves. We're good. I'm just gonna cut down and around. I don't know if Charged Friends actually is gonna help with the leech. It might. Yeah. I guess maybe this will be really good with or has the potential to be somewhat good at the very least with the leech or any friend that goes and chases enemies down. And give it a shot. So we're actually gonna take this for fun. Then we're gonna eat that. Because now we pop it, we get 2 spirit hearts. So, one from the nail, one from that. Okay. Down with some coffee. Gonna leave that for now. You know what? Okay. Okay, it is zapping, I think? I honestly can't tell if it's doing anything. It must be, right? Like, it's not just a visual effect. It must be doing some damage. There's very little else it could be doing. Don't really need another pretty fly. We're getting lucky that these pill rotations for this particular run is actually quite good. Here. Get in there. Kill the big one first. Here we go. Almost got hit again because I'm dumb. Whoop, game got stuttery there. That was weird. Alright, so far so good. Is this an XL? Unknown. Wouldn't be an XL because it's caves too, Mathis. Good job paying attention. Your forte, paying attention. Leech is so far into the frickin' friend chain, it takes it forever to get anything done. It takes it forever to even get out there. Okay. You know what? We can pop this. Ugh. Not happy with it, but it works. I should have hung on to that. That's okay. I guess now, like, looking at this run objectively, and just looking at it from a point of, like, what could I use here to improve this run? I really think the thing we need now, that's not what I was thinking, is purely tier stat. I would love to be shooting faster. I think our damage is good. It definitely could stand to improve now. Like, it was very, very good for beginning the game, and then it didn't really get too much better. Like, we got the pact, but if you think about it, that's kind of all we really got. So we could definitely use a little bit more oomph. But if I could just get a little bit of a tears up, like, I would settle for that in a heartbeat. That's a great pickup. You know? It would make this damage that we're doing feel a lot less, a lot more powerful rather than what it actually is. Why did I use that? I'm doing fine. Now there's the boss. We did go to the item room. We're gonna lemon party poison this thing.
Lemon party.
Or not, because they can't be. Come on. Literally did nothing. Okay. Well, that was dumb, but we got it. Oh, God. Rotation. The last thing I needed was a tears down, though it doesn't seem like it affected us. I'm not gonna really push to try and suck that. It's almost pointless. Like, I could get it and, like, sure, I'm sure it would be valuable in its own weird way at some point, but I don't see it being supremely useful overall. Luck down. Well, I don't want that either. Not even for the poison it will give me. Ooh, boss fight right away. Oh, and we just did some damage. This is not... Just gonna pop this for the damage. Try and focus on killing just the one of them. Okay, back up. Come on. Oh! Ow. Okay. There's a tears up. That's what I'm looking for. A little bit faster tears shooting. These are all terrible. Maybe worth... No, we can't even suck them. Never mind. Because as soon as I pick them up, they get used. I would love some curse immunity for this particular floor. We'll go in. Okay. Not okay. Really trash, but okay. Whatever, man. Turned out to be an even Stevens kind of pickup game. This room is garbage. Get in there. There it is. Now we can just get out of here. Oh, we're reroll citying this shit. Mysterious sack, not valuable enough. Super bandage, great item, not good enough for us right now in our current situation. Adrenaline is a syringe. I mean, I don't think it's good if I remember correctly. So we'll try and maybe get another reroll. And a suck ready, I guess. I just want to get rid of it, but if I have to suck it up, I will. I don't think it's worth picking up. Because I honestly can't even remember what the hell it does. I'm Drowsy's a great pill. Alright. We're gonna try and get a couple. We're gonna get a couple more rerolls. We're gonna dump a penny in. That might be valuable enough to take. Yeah, we're good. Let's roll. Still got a little bit of a suck. This is a bad room. I don't know why I came in here. I'll take the key. And I think I'm gonna try for a victory run here. I think. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just pick up my shadow. Because when it spawns, I'm mostly curious if the little things it spawns will have the electricity running through them. So we're gonna pop this now. Alright. Well, we can recharge. We can balls of steel, and we can range up in the next room. And it doesn't look like it, so it was an experiment worth having. We're back at full health anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm happy we had the experiment. What do we got? I mean, yes, more balls of steel is always welcome. We're in that rare kind of run where we are defensively very powerful, but our offense is also pretty dang good, which doesn't usually happen. Why'd I come in here? Because I wasn't sure if we were getting a library there, because it was kind of close to our spawn point, and I just wanted to check. Let's get out of here. I don't need the balls of steel, so I'm not gonna. Okay. Do I care about any of these cards? It's possible it's like one of them the chaos card, so that might be valuable for me. Is it worth dumping a key for? No, but I'm gonna.
Two of spades.
Well, we'll heal up, we'll recharge, we'll keep moving. What was I hoping for? Cricket's head, mostly. A guppy item would have been alright. Though I wouldn't have expected one. We're good on health. I don't understand. My luck is, what, 0.24 right now? Why are we getting, like, so much good stuff? I'm not complaining. I'm just asking. Where is this luck coming from? I haven't had luck like this in a long time. This is even the best luck I've had. This is just like decent item luck. Bomber boy. Yeah, that's okay. I don't like that we don't know what items we're picking up, but it's acceptable. Alright, let's get out of here. Come on, mother. Yeah. We don't have any orbitals, unfortunately, so we can't really speed this along. Orbitals that do damage, should I say. The pretty flies are fine. Very good defensively. We want this one. If any of those were items... Shit, man. The question is, would I have picked them up? And I don't know. I don't know if I would have, or if I would have avoided them and just sucked them up. Ooh, tough call. That is an interesting call to have to make. I was debating trying to teleport my way to the end, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. 48-hour energy. I think 48-hour energy is actually more valuable than balls of steel, because every time we pop our suck item, we get 2 spirit hearts out of it anyway, and so this is like multiple balls of steel at once, and that's okay. don't see a tinted rock. I don't need to do deals with the devil or angel runs or anything, so self-sacrifice room is good, but not great.
Of diamonds.
Maybe good for a shortcut is kind of what I was thinking, but I could be very, very wrong there. I really would like a nice damage boost, though. Just to speed this up. Even, actually, you know what would be also good? Just a speed upgrade in general. I got the tiers I was asking for, like, multiple times. So hook me up. Don't really want to spend a heart going in there. That's alright. Yeah, we're not... We had iframes, so popping open that chest was fine. Those chests do not seem worth the health you need to pop them open ever. They seem like just brown chests that you have to sack health for. So I guess they might be a good, like, last-ditch effort kind of situation. Where you're in a desperate need for, like, 1 penny or something, and you're willing to sack some health for it because the item you could buy with that 1 penny would be game-winning or something. But that's such a fringe case. And I've been playing this game a long time, and I've never been in that kind of situation. That I can remember, at least. Man, we do not do enough damage to wipe this guy out fast enough. I wish we were doing more. Okay, at least he's sticking his butt up 3 times in a row. Shot speed up is nice. This doesn't help, but I'm gonna take it. Because we can heal up from it.
Friends till the end.
Let's keep moving. More coffee, please. Okay. Just want to get out. I'm ready to go. Get me down to Shoal. Let me fight Satan. Dark chest it. And then we can victory lap it and shit, dude. No, don't tempt me. I mean, what am I going to do? You Suicide King and just immediately die? There should be no temptation there. If I had like 9 lives, maybe we'd have to get rid of all of our health. But at the same time, it would be exciting. I like how my freaking shadows smash their face against dead, broken... Okay. Alright, crawl space. I'm fine with it. Dead, broken spike traps, and they still die, by the way. It's hilarious. Ooh. Ooh, I think it's time. We get ourselves a little bit of a stat up. An all stat up. And in turn, we just need to make sure this thing stays charged, which is good and pretty easy for us, all things considered, since we don't... We're not on that much of a threat. Actually, let me heal. Because I know I've taken some damage on this floor that I don't think I've healed up. Come on. Pop it, please. Really? You pop it now? Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Thank you. I am not going to pop this for the nail buff on the fight. I think we're better off without it. I think we're better off with just keeping the all stats up instead of just a little damage up and a speed down. Every weird buff in this game comes with a speed down now. Such a weird balancing decision. Nope. Nope.
Pretty.
Let's just go. Bad damage. Bad damage. Come on. Slow the bullets so they can't do anything. Nightlight being as powerful as it should be. No way in hell we are going down to the womb. The blue womb. That's little harbingers, I think. And then we're just gonna pop that. Nope, we don't go up. We go down. And then I have 48-hour energy if I need it. I just want to take a look at my health real quick. We might be fine without it. It might be worth doing it for the stat up, but... Well, there goes some health. Oh, we're good, dude. We're good. What's this? Yeah, we'll friends to the end. See, that's why that pill is so much more valuable to us than the other one is. You guys need to hurry up and open. I'm gonna get hit. I gotta use those freaking squares in the map for something better. Lemon party, sure. Oh, that's a freaking turret. Get him more. Oh, I hate this. Thank you. That was a champion turret? That's a thing that exists? Okay. Yep. Run, run, run. That's not fair. My brain can't keep up. It's just too much. Too much to try and remember. Oh, okay. Well, it might be worth it for us to start looking at popping these 48-hour energies again. Just to heal up. Again, defensively, nigh on invincible. Oop, don't get blown up. I would gladly take, though, just one blue balls of steel pill. Kind of usher us in. Oh, fuck. They explode so nicely now. I don't know. We need to be using sad bombs more. Get out. 3 Bugos. Where? Oh, I was very confused. Okay. It's the damn flies, my dude. It's the damn flies. Let's go in with a full justice. Sweet. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I forgot the lemon party pill. God damn it. Oh, I was 1 second off. Wow, that hit so hard. Way harder than I expected. He's dead. We fucking just one-shot him. No, we need a victory lap, so let's go. Alright. 3 guppy items. That's not a guppy item. Guppy? Damn it, for a second I thought. Maybe. I'll take it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna take it. I'm drowsy's great. Is that like I'm excited and actually covers the whole floor, actually, now that I think about it? Or is it just the room I'm using in? Which is fine if it is, because it's not a bad room to have used it in. At all. Thank you, Pestilence. Or no, not Pestilence. Whoever you are. For basically killing your uncles or fathers. I mean, whatever it is. Look how happy he is, though. I'm happy for him, really. Maybe should be killing this one first. Then again. Goodbye. The fact that his flies actually act as sad bombs, how did I not notice that before? That's so good. Worth, like, the destruction of getting blown up by them every so often, actually. That's so good. Okay, well, what do you want me to do? Don't really want to take a luck down pill. Not only the damage from acid baby is really worth it at this point. We're going to be able to victory lap this, no question. The sad bombs are going to ensure. Ow. We're going to pop this for health then. Oh, come on, man. You weren't even... I hate that these things can hit you while they're not even on the ground. What am I getting hit by? Is that not my goop on the bottom? Good lord. Come on, dude. Don't lose it now. Focus up. You're starting to slip. You're starting to get sloppy. You got cocky, and now look what's happening. Oh, God. Yep. See what? You're getting hit by the fucking wretched, dude. Better pills, please. I'm gonna hang on to I'm drowsy. I don't want to use it yet. I'm gonna hold on to this until the end. What? Oh, Bomber Boy is so flippin' huge. I forgot. Okay, just focus. This is the This is actually like this particular fight is showing the issue with our damage in that we have none. We're still rocking 6.7 damage here on Shoal, and we should be doing so much better. Mathis, you fucking idiot, dude. Thank God that had a Spirit Heart to make up for me walking into the fire like a moron. Oh God, there's just so many of them. I mean, we've killed more than half the health bar, and only one just died now. Get in there, Death. Do your thing. No, don't be below them, because they shoot brimstones if you do. Alright, we gotta pop this, unfortunately. Worth it. Like 100% worth it. Luck down. There's our boss fight. Okay. Victory lap, yes. Okay. Hello. We did it. Whew, that was a little scary. Oh my God, Mathis. Well, whatever. Pop it. We did it. We victory lapped it. Let's go. Let's see if we can kill him again. This time in shorter order. I don't really want that at all. I would rather suck that up for potential just stats rather than get myself in a weird situation where now I'm like randomly stopping shooting and it's just obnoxious all the way around. So strength. Health up. Is it going to be one of those things where we lose the pill rotation? Feels like it might be. Anyway, we got something. I don't know what we got out of that. Here, we're just going to put that there. It's going to be enough to get that demon heart and everything, so we're good. You know what would be amazing? Car battery. We can get a car battery pickup. Damn, dude. I'm drowsy. Nope. Actually, you know what? We'll spend 5 cents to have ourselves good and maxed out here with a battery charge. His flies are going to be dangerous. We need to be ready for the war fly. Oh, no, he's pestilence now. Never mind. Yes, we'll take matchbook more bombs, because sad bombs are fucking good.
Something's wrong.
Take strength, because we can cheat some deals with the devil. All told, man. We're good. Oh, red hearts are not going to be something we can really have. We have Guppy's Paw. We gulped Guppy's Paw. I actually completely forgot about that. I was like, didn't we have a health up from something? But yeah, nope, it's gonna, Guppy's Paw is gonna take that away every single time. I don't think that's gonna really matter all that much. I'm not quite sure what hit us either. Sad bombs again? So wait, when you go into a victory lap, all the items you have, all the items that you have get recycled back into the run, so you can get them multiple times? I feel like that, while under very specific circumstances could be incredibly powerful, overall is like a waste. I don't know. That seems pointless. Why are you just teleporting around, my dude? Tears up. Yeah, we'll take it. Down we go. 2 floors done in very quick succession. Alright, let's go. Fucking sure, dude. Let's go. Halo me. Stats me. Like, I could suck it up for the hopes of a stats, like, up or something, but I mean, I don't really. It's fine as it is. Like, I think getting a full-on stats upgrade is, even if it's not a great, is better than hoping for one decent stat upgrade. You're guaranteeing yourself a little bit of stats in everything you like, as opposed to hoping for stats in one stat you like. If that made sense. I'm pretty sure it did. The magic mush pickup there. I don't know why. I was really hoping it was going to be there. We were going to have magic mush, and we were going to be in a really good spot. We're almost at our max speed. Blood bag. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take blood bag. It's going to give us more speed, but then we're going to devour blood bag at least once. We're moving very quickly. It's hard to control. And we're going to grab chaos, because fuck it. The Emperor actually could be great. Gonna keep what I've got. And the Void Rune is tempting, but not superb. Take you. And I'll take a bomb, even though we don't need it. But Emperor, the reason I want the Emperor, we can just skip ourselves to, like, come on a floor we don't want to do, like Shoal or something. We don't really care about Acid Baby's little benefits. Not gonna lie to you. Well, 2 Emperors is good, but we can't hold on to them, so we're gonna go back for that. Chaos me, daddy. Let's go. I think we just suck them both. Got some damage. If we even get to suck them both, unless it didn't suck them both, but there was just nothing there that was like supremely valuable to us in any way. All right, let's just get out of here. I'm gonna wait for him to do his thing. Oh, he's gonna die. I was gonna bomb him, but it didn't matter. Chaos doing us the favor of not giving us anything we wanted. I'll take bomb bag, sure. I'll take sack of pennies. Can I get a super sack? I have a super sack, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell my mom. My mom doesn't watch these. I don't think my mom watches actually any of my content. I know she knows what I do, obviously, and she's proud of me for building what I've built over time and really just, you know, making my hobby that I've been obsessed with since I was 4 something I can actually, you know, do something with and make a living out of, which is great. I'm super happy that she's proud, but I don't think she actually watches any of my stuff. I think she might occasionally pop in and check something, but I don't think she really watches anything. I know my dad, however, like, distinctly, like, tries to keep up with my stuff. He really, really loves my Judge Mathis stuff, and I do too. It's my favorite content that I make right now. But beside that, I don't think that's a bad thing to say. Say it's a certain type of content is your favorite content to make. I gotta get out of there. That's a warfly. Let's let him do his thing. Let's actually come grab these. But I know she watches it. It's actually super cool because I know a bunch of people whose parents don't really understand what they do and don't really care what they do. And it's so important, I think, at the very least, when this is your job, especially since this is such a new profession. I imagine a lot of when TV was new or radio was new or any of those other things where entertainment with your voice or your acting or whatever was new. I imagine a lot of people were always weary, like, oh, this is not going to last or whatever. And it's very possible this may not last. I won't be doing this forever, that's for damn sure. But I think it's really important that those that you're close with and that you love at least are supportive in what you do. I'm going for an achievement. I'm sorry, I'm not going for that. I'm not picking up a reroll every fucking floor. It would get us to maybe some transformations faster, but we'd only have, like, you know, who knows what we'd be looking at on our, because we need to do a victory lap twice, I think. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go down. We're skipping an entire floor. I'm fine with it. It works for me. And anyway, the point I was making is I'm lucky. I'm very, very lucky that my parents have an appreciative understanding of what it is that I do. And my dad is, like, incredibly supportive. My mom thinks it's the coolest thing ever. She doesn't really, you know, she doesn't watch it for entertainment, but she actually gets it. She understands it's kind of like a TV thing for, you know, the new age, for people my age and younger and even older. Like, the fact that my dad was never really a big gamer. He was a dork like I was, but dork for other things, movies and books and stuff. Never was a huge video gamer, though there were a few games he did really enjoy. But it's really cool that, like, they get it. You know what I mean? And I'm lucky. I'm lucky. And, you know, maybe it's because he's my dad. But, you know, the fact that like I was saying, my dad wasn't a big gamer growing up. Didn't play a lot of games. Didn't really, you know, he respected my hobby and all that stuff. And used it as a way to ground me when I was being a bad kid. Which is smart by taking it away. But the fact that he can watch my Judge Mathis stuff. And it's his favorite content. And he, like, looks forward to it and enjoys it. I feel like speaks good things for that content that I make. And then I actually, you know, do a good job. Because one of the hardest things for me as a creator, and the need to create is, and I think it's true for any medium where there's creation involved, any art at all. But for me, like, the hardest part for me is feeling like anything I make is good. I'm particularly hard on myself with the Judge Mathis stuff. Because it's very much outside of Dean doing editing and you know, doing his thing. My end, on my part of the production cycle of those particular episodes, it's very easy for me to feel like they're bad. And I don't know why I'm making them, except for the fact that I still have fun making them. I guess we're just going to take it again, because I don't know if it's stuck. I don't want any of these. At all. we can look at this and maybe... Ooh, we definitely want to pick up Guppy. So we pick up Guppy. You know what? Let's go through Boss Rush. Let's fucking just do it. I think it's going to be fine. I think we're going to destroy very quickly. We have an orbital. We do a lot of damage. And if we need to, we can rely on sad bombs. But we get an item at the end. And with Chaos, it's very tempting to see if we can pull off the Guppy transformation. Because we're just one item away now from Guppy. You got to go, dude. But yeah, I'm super hypercritical on myself, and that's just not a surprise to anyone that knows me. I feel like I have so much to measure up to, and that there's all these my friends who are way more successful than me. Almost seems like they, you know, it's natural to them to be so successful, and I'm always trying to. One of the hardest things for me is to not measure up, and not measure myself up against them, and it's hard. It's a tip I remember I give Scott and any newbie who's jumping into this and trying to make this like their job, or maybe pay a bill or two with it or whatever, is that the thing you can't do, and the thing that's going to stunt you the most and negatively impact you the most, is your obsession and need to compare yourself with those that you deem successful, or those that are in the same creator space as you. So for instance, I have a hard time not comparing myself, and I'm better at it now, no question. But I have a hard time not comparing myself to people like Northern Lion, who's one of my best friends. I'm lucky enough to consider him a good friend. But look at what he's done and say, why haven't I done this? What am I doing wrong? When we're just different people. And he may be more naturally talented or naturally entertaining or comedic than I am, but I have strengths as well, and to look into those. Or for instance, Judge Mathis. One of the hardest things for me in Judge Mathis is finding my own voice. It's hard to shed the influence of, or shed the echoes of my influencers. I'm in the same creator space as some of my other really good friends. You know, Peanut Butter Gamer is somebody that, well, I don't think I openly, like, really talk about, is somebody that I've known for a long time, and he's a good dude, and we've, you know, I consider him my friend. I think he does the same, and we talk to each other on almost a daily basis via the Skype group we're in and all this stuff. But the thing is, like, it's so hard not to compare yourself to them and other people in that same kind of space.
Question.
I'm just looking for something. My card back, basically. And that's like always my biggest piece of advice, and I still can't not compare myself to them, and I find myself doing it occasionally, and it's rough. And it's especially tough too. Like, I'm very good now, especially when it comes to not looking at comments, to trying to avoid the comment section, and because the human brain has a tendency to, while being overwhelmingly yeah, well, we'll definitely take this. Even if you're overwhelmingly being praised for what a good job you do, you're always gonna have detractors. You're gonna have people who want to tear you down and tell you you're doing a terrible job. And a few of the times that happens, the asshole who's basically just throwing insults at you will hit on something that you actually feel about yourself, and then you get this feeling of, oh my god, they know. Like, the jig is up. These people know that I am X, Y, or Z, or that I'm not as talented as I like to pretend I am, or something. You know what I mean? And it's really hard not to go into the comments and let those hit you. Another one that hits me a lot, too, is, like, I've been doing this YouTube game now professionally for 4 or 5 years, as a hobby and stuff for, like, 7, you know, like, all told. And through that time, you know, I've been around for a long time, and I'm nowhere near the size of people who've been around that a lot of that time, but I also know a lot of people who've been around longer who are much smaller than me, so it's really, you can't compare. Again, that's an example of not comparing yourself to other people. But in that time, like, you know, I've met a ton of YouTubers, and over that time, $3 bill, huh? Actually, you know what? Let's take it in. I don't want to, $3 bill I think is overall a mostly positive upgrade, but let's just go for stats on that one. We're doing fine. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is, like, another kind of comment that tends to get to me a lot of the time, and one that tends to make me mad about life, or just like mad that these people are trying to say things about me and they don't know me, is the fact that I've known these people for a long time. I've met a lot of people. You know, I've got the NLSS circle, some of my best friends, but over that time I've also, yeah, we'll take it. Hang on, I need the hand to drop. You know, I've met and befriended people from the, we'll eat it. The Total Biscuit Circle, if you want to call it that. You know, Jesse Cox is one of my really good friends. We do things together all the time. I've been, you know, I talk to TB every fucking day. The dude is one of my good friends. In fact, I was supposed to actually, like, take a little mini vacation to the dude's house a while back, but I never got the time to do it. Like, but the point is, like, but then I get the comments who are like, oh, Matt, this just is, like, sucking the dick of these bigger YouTubers. He's trying to use them to get bigger or more famous or whatever. And I fucking hate that, because if that was the case, why would I ever do anything solo ever again? Why would I not just push to do group things? I mean, me and Jesse have done, as an example, and this actually goes for Northern Lion too. Me and Jesse have done as a group, as like a group project or group stuff, virtually nothing. I've been on the co-optional with him and all this other nonsense, obviously. I'm just trying to see if I can... Let's actually pay him as well. I've been on the co-optional with him a couple of times, but nothing major. And he's been on my Heroes of the Storm stuff every once in a while, but again, nothing really, really major. Whoa. Huh. Oh, because that's just stopwatch slowed down the song. I really, really want to get something out of him if I can. I should pick up and put it down just so it's gone. But I apologize. I got a little distracted there. We've done nothing really major ever. Like, that's just how it is, and that's fine because it doesn't really need to. I've been only recently have we started an actual project together, like 3 or 4 years after I've met and befriended and hung out with the guy multiple times. It's just one of those things where, like, if that was the case, why wouldn't I have tried to do something with them much, much earlier? And the thing that we are doing together isn't even video game related or YouTube related. It's a freaking podcast about spooky shit, which is great. Chilluminati podcast, go check it out. So when people say that, it frustrates me because it's like, these people think so little of me. Think that all I want is to be big and famous and popular, when I can pay my rent and my bills and have plenty of extra money kind of left over after everything's said and done, doing what I'm doing. Money doesn't buy happiness. I don't need to be rich to be happy. I'm very happy with my life now. I'm one of the very few who do this as their job. Do you know how fucking rare that is and how cool that is that I get to do it? Kind of, I didn't mean to get inside baseball with you, but I guess it was inevitable playing a Victory Run Isaac lap. Yeah, we might as well just take it. Because our bombs are already ridiculous. And I should be using the bombs more on boss fights and stuff, but I'm chatting away over here. And that's what, you know. Isaac tends to become a chat box for a little bit. And it shouldn't bother me as much as it does. And it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. But every once in a while... Like, for instance, one of the things that I absolutely despise, and it kills me on the inside a bit, is that things like on the Roundtable podcast, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, right? I was bringing up, I had played a game at PAX South, and I was talking to, I was talking about, I honestly can't even remember what the heck we were talking about specifically anymore. But we were talking about something on the Roundtable podcast, and I was like, oh yeah, I played this with with some of my friends while I was at PAX South, and it wasn't gonna be anything other than that. That was where I was gonna leave it. But then they asked, like, oh, who'd you play it with? And I was like, oh, you know, I just played it with like Jesse and Alex and, you know, that crew of people. And then immediately I go, oh, like, and I know they were joking, like Bear and everybody was joking. I'm not mad about them. And like that's part of the gaff, I guess. Holy Mantle's phenomenal, by the way. But you know, I get that whole like, oh, we're playing with, you know, Mathis is hanging out with Jesse and the big guys and all this stuff. And it's like really weird that it bothered me, because it shouldn't have, because I know Bear and all them were joking, and they're the ones that asked for the details of who I was playing with. I didn't even bring it up. And the reason I didn't bring it up is because I know how fucking, you know what, let's skip this fucking floor. I know how chat can get. And unfortunately it went exactly as I expected it to with chat. Where, you know, there were comments and shit on the podcast and all this stuff about, like, why is Mathis always talking about hanging out with TB and stuff? My dude, it's just a fact of the matter. I hang out with these people. I see them every time I go on a trip, or if they come near me, I see them. I make a point to see them, or they make a point to see me as well. Like, it's not like some mystical thing. When you haven't seen friends in a long time, you usually are going to try and do your best to hang out with them when you have the opportunity to. And that's exactly what it was for me. Like, when they come down here, they're like, hey, you want to grab dinner? I think at PAX South, I saw Jesse and Alex every fucking day for the week or so that I was there. We did dinner, and we did all this other stuff that you do when you see friends. But it's so weird that they're, like, for some reason, chat thinks this is underlying nefarious, like, Mathis is swinging his big dick around talking about hanging out with all these people. If it was anybody else, I was hanging out with, like, freaking Ryan or Kate or anybody else, and I brought that up on the podcast while they weren't there, I wouldn't get that reaction. But it's because it's them, because it's like these people that I'm gonna eat them. Wait, does Mama Mega just work on the floor now? But because it's them, there has to be this big reaction, because they're like the OGs of YouTube, right? Like, that's just their status. They are the OGs of YouTube, and they're popular, and they're big, and they're, you know, people, you know, kind of hold them in some weird reverence. And I did too. They were my heroes. And when I first got to hang out with them and meet them for the first time as just as like a fan and a much smaller YouTuber, you know how wild it was? There's this one time, I don't think I've ever told John this, but there was this one time way back in PAX East 2011, 2012 maybe it was. I saw John walking by, TB, and I was with my friend Dave, one of my best friends. And we were in line to check out a game. And it might have actually been in line to check out like a League of Legends hero that was not out yet. Hecarim, maybe. It might have been at that PAX East, if anybody is old enough to remember that. And I remember seeing him walk by, and it was with him, and he had Christian with him, Zook rather, and his wife. I think it was Jenna was with him as well. And he had his camera crew with him and everything, and it was like this really surreal thing to see him, because it was like seeing a superstar in person. And we're going to do one more victory lap. A new pill has appeared. Oh, that might have been it. That might have been all we needed to do, but I'm gonna do one more for fun, and then we'll wrap up the episode, because I'm kind of on a tangent here, and I'm having fun talking about Inside Baseball with you guys, because maybe there's some people in here that are watching or get referred to this video that just, you know, feel like Mathis is an idiot, and he just thinks he's too big for his own pants, and, you know, whatever. But I remember seeing him and freaking out and being like, that's TB, that's TB. And Dave was like, oh yeah, it is TB. You should ask him for an autograph. And I was like, no, I'm not going to ask him for an autograph or anything. And I remember him walking by in kind of weird, hushed tones. And that actually happened for somebody else that isn't really a friend of mine, but is an acquaintance at this point. I don't think this is going to give me the Guppy transformation. No. We'll pop it for the flies. But somebody that's in the same, you know, group with us is EG in Control. I was a major goddamn StarCraft player and a huge StarCraft fan, and at a PAX East, maybe the same one, it might have been a year later, I can't fully remember. There's Guppy. No, that's not, that's the paw. Fuck. We've already had that. Damn it. I remember seeing him freaking out in the streets, and he saw me, and I was kind of freaking out a little bit to Dave, because he was walking with me at the time. But I just smiled at him and nodded, and he did the same back, and that was the end of the exchange, because I didn't want to bother him, and I saw these guys as these amazing people. So yeah, at one point these people were my heroes. They were the inspirations for me to do what I do. More the StarCraft side of things with Husky and HD StarCraft and Jeff. They were all my inspirations to do this stuff. But I've also now known them for goddamn forever, you know, for years now, and they're my friends first. They're still heroes to me, but in a different way. They helped pave the way. What is this? Eye of Greed, Golden Tears. Okay, so it's like Head of Greed, but less good? Is that what I'm understanding here? We'll go ahead and take that. Or Seraphim now as well. Yeah, it was just one of those things where, you know, I had, you know, I've known them for so long. They're still heroes to me, but they're heroes for different reasons. Like I said, they're heroes because they enabled me to be able to have this job, have this profession. They stepped forth and made this something that was possible. It was their tenacity and a little bit of good luck and their talent that opened doors for me that I didn't realize they were opening because I never realized I was going to get into this. And then I'll never, you know, Ryan was also a massive hero for me. He was somebody I watched regularly, somebody I watched enthusiastically, somebody I watched often. And when I finally got to meet him and have lunch with him and stuff, it was really hard for me not to see him as this amazing dude. And he still is this amazing dude. And then more directly even than the others, Ryan did open that door for me. He allowed me to get a shot at this in a lot of ways because he invited me on the NLSS back when the NLSS was still but a baby. I got a little of exposure that way. About a year or two after I met him and befriended Ryan, this is another XL floor, huh? I got to do the Crusader Kings 2 and the Europa Universalis 4 series with him, Arumba, and eventually Quill, which was amazing. And that really, you know, that really opened doors for me. And it was through Ryan that I got to have, like, personal contact with the TB crew because there was a spot missing. If you really want some inside knowledge, there was a spot missing in the upcoming Blood Bowl 2 League a couple of years back or 3 years back. And I had already had obviously some contact with Krendor. Krendor and I were a little bit more friendly, I guess, at that point. We had met a couple times and hung out at cons and the like. But yeah, there was a missing spot, a missing player. Someone had to drop out, and they were looking for someone to fill, and Ryan asked me if I'd like to, because he knew I was into Blood Bowl 2. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And it was really through there that I got my first personal, like, introduction with Jesse and Dodger and Pyrian Flax, who's such a good dude. I love Pyrian. And Sam and all those people. And, you know, through that, I kind of clicked with a few of them. And we just talked more. And eventually, I got really into Warframe for a little while because I was looking for, like, kind of a casual game for me to play. And all these items are coming up over and over again. I don't understand why. Am I losing my bomb synergies? I don't have Bomber Boy anymore. This is really weird. Like, some items are disappearing, and I don't understand why. Like, I have Holy... Why is Holy Mantle just missing? I'm gonna take it again, I guess. I had it. I don't know how this works, I guess.
Rules.
We'll go and grab this. Let's go ahead and grab that as well. I don't remember what I was saying exactly, but I will take this. I don't really need Alges. But it was through there that I actually befriended them and hung out with them, and eventually we got to, you know, I played Warframe and really hung out with TB kind of off camera, just as a thing that we had a similar interest in, and he kind of knew me, and he was like, hey, do you want to play with me? And that's where I actually met Sinvicta, like, as well, and Sinvicta's an amazing dude, too. I really, like, I befriended them. Like, it was all natural, like, befriending of people. It wasn't some, like, weird, I'm gonna hang out with this guy to make money off of him, or, you know, oh, this is gonna lead to me becoming big and famous, because clearly it hasn't, first of all, because that would be stupid if it did. Sure. More damage, a little bit of evil up. Yeah, are my items being knocked off one at a time at this point? Is that what's happening? I think that might be what's happening. I think I've hit my item cap, and items are starting to fall off. which is really unfortunate. I did not realize that was going on. So we need to do some more sucking on items unless they're amazing. Just go for pure stats on the items and then we'll move on from there. Are we on an XL? No, we're not. Good, good, good. I gotta take it, unfortunately. Because that's guppy for us. I don't know why I said unfortunately. It's not really unfortunate. It's been wild. It's been a wild ride. You know, a lot of the time you get into this and you think, oh, maybe one day I'll get to meet these people. That'd be so cool if I get to meet them. And that's kind of where you let it hang. Just to meet them. We'll pop this. No item. Thought we were getting them. Very, very few times, I would say, do you get to actually meet them, unless do they actually become your friend. And I'm very lucky that I have friends all over the world that I consider a friend. And it's just been an amazing ride. And, you know, part of me hopes it never ends, because I found my passion. I love it. I strive to create sometimes a little bit too much. And I just never want to stop. That's something, too, that I really do struggle with, because this is all still so... It's weirdly still so new to me. Oh, I guess it freezes them, the eye. I've agreed. Oh, there goes a key. That's fine. Let's get rid of Brownie. Yeah, we've lost Penny Sack. We still have Leech, though. I don't understand what is gone and what's not. Like, what's getting dumped and what isn't. That's really strange to me. But yeah, that's another thing that I've struggled with kind of personally is, like, because I work from home and because I just love what I do a lot. This is my dream, and I didn't realize it was going to be my dream until it was something that I got to do. And when I say my dream, I don't mean like playing video games on the internet for people, but what I mean by saying this is my dream is like content creation, entertaining. That's kind of like what I absolutely adore doing, and I can't see myself doing anything else in the future. And hopefully I never have to. But it's actually a balancing act in a lot of ways, because I work from home, so I'm always at work, really. If you think about it, I'm never not at work, which is fine if you can manage it. But because I always want to be making shit, and I always want to be making stuff, whenever a project gets thrown my way, or whenever an idea gets thrown my way, hey, would you like to do this, or hey, would you like to do that, or I think of something, and even if my plate is full, and I really can't afford to be doing it, I do it anyway, and I say, yes, let's go. Let's actually go. And I actually, very, very recently, if you're a Patreon on mine, for my Judge Mathis content, I talked a little bit about this on the most recent Patreon post. I found my wall. I found where I hit my wall of I can't do this, like this amount of work anymore. It's too much. And I actually hit that wall because I started the Chilluminati podcast, which is the podcast of Jesse and Alex I was talking about. And that was basically going to be my last project that I was going to be taking for a long, long time. I wanted to scale back a little bit and work a little bit less and try and give myself some time. Because I work basically from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed every single day, and it's not healthy. And I know it's not healthy, and I need to adjust that drastically. Yeah, we don't have Goat Head anymore. I didn't realize it, but I'm realizing it now, and it's gone. We're just going to go up to the cathedral, I think. But I took that on, and I was like, okay, this is going to be an every 2-week thing, at least to start. And we could scale it up or down as needed if there's interest and if it's popular. What I didn't realize is how popular it was going to be. The first episode blew up, unlike I would ever expect a podcast to do. I mean, the first episode on YouTube alone is like 10,000 views, which is not a lot for a video on YouTube, but for a brand new podcast on a channel about a weird subject, yeah, it's a bit. That's kind of good. Let's just go down. But that was it. And then a few days later, Bear needed to step away for his own reasons from Roundtable, and Roundtable was under the threat of actual virtual collapse. It was basically Ryan was going away for a month. He needed a vacation because he's a lot like I am in that he works a fuck ton, and it was... We're just gonna pop the sun so I can get the hell out through this floor. It was... Whoa, these are new. Ow. Damn. Little chubs and little things. That's neat. Let's just push through here. And it was just on the verge of collapse. And Bear wanted to just maybe end the show and all this stuff, and I didn't really necessarily want to because I think Bear has done such good work. So Bear's taking a break, and that's I think the best, because when he comes back, the show will still be there, and he can take it back, and he'll be good to go when he's ready to go, which is the way it should be. But me taking on that responsibility, and one of the things that we've all been wanting to do for a long time, Ryan, myself at the very least, and Bear to a certain degree, and even Nick to a certain degree, wanted to change the format of the show. We want it to be less formal and more entertaining, more about the four of us and less about repeating news that's old. One of the things we do in the show format at this current moment, at the very least, is there's a whole segment of first hour of the show is just us talking about week-old news, more or less. And we didn't really want to do that anymore. We thought it was boring and not necessary. And so we're going to go up. We'll pop that.
Range up.
We've talked about for a very, very long time, for a few months now, how we wanted to change it. So we decided to change it. With me taking the reins on the show, we figured it'd be the best time to do it, because if people fucking hate it, which they don't seem to, a lot of people seem to really like the fact that we dropped the news. There are those who are not going to like it, of course. You can't please everybody. But for the fact of us being entertaining and enjoyable, that's something we wanted to do. We're going to change it to be more casual, more fun. We're going to be walking into a podcast with a couple of big games that we want to talk about and a few smaller stuff we want to talk about, and make it more like four friends hanging out, talking about their favorite games, what we like, what we don't like, maybe the history of that game and where it came from and why it is where it is now, that kind of thing. And the last episode was the first one, but it's going to be tough, you know, for the first few episodes because 2 of the 4 members are missing. And with a format change with me and Nick and then 2 guests can be a little bit difficult, but I'm happy with how it went in the first episode, and we'll see how it goes. So it's just interesting to do that and really kind of shoulder the production aspect of the show, as well as managing the actual changes of the show, and then trying to deal with the blowback that might come from that, and ways to tweak it, and then filling the guest spots and all this other stuff, all while I just started a brand new fucking project. This is not to be meant, I'm realizing this is coming across as a very woe is me, I'm overworked, someone save me. That's not what I'm trying to say here. It's just one of those, what I'm trying to give you is a little insight as to why I think, you know, while I love this job, and I do, I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to do it right. I'm still learning what's best for content creation, what's best for my personal schedule to not overwork myself, where the end is for me as far as that is concerned. It's just one of those moments. And, you know, I think I've learned a lot about it and what's going to work and what's not going to work, and where my wall is as far as overworking myself and my max amount of projects. What I really, really love about creating content and what I don't really like. For instance, as an example, I adore Judge Mathis. And, you know, for a long time, I was like, what is it about Judge Mathis that I adore? I love video games, for one, and I get to share my enthusiasm for old games, for old PC games and all that stuff in a way that I wasn't able to before on the Mathis Games channel. Okay, cool. What else do I love about it? I actually just straight love the scripting and the camera work and kind of planning out the episode, and all this other stuff. I should have taken the black rune. And then getting to talking to Dean and collaborating and getting the episode and seeing that finished project. It's such a proud moment for me. I'm just going to eat everything. Didn't really do much. I'm dead? What killed me? Why did I die? Instantly. What did I picked up plan C. Is that going to end my run? Is that what's going to be the end for me? Plan C. Thank God we have 9 lives. I was trying to figure out what it was, but I never used Plan C before. It was just a deduction thing because I died probably, 10 seconds after. Which is fine. It means we can instantly kill Isaac and get the hell out of here. Again, valuable. And we're powerful enough where this should be not a problem. I just got to be very careful here not to get hit. Kind of just get through this floor. Okay. And we want those dark hearts for sure. But, I guess the point is, out of all of this nonsense that I'm talking to you, I'm very grateful. And it's really fun for me to learn what I like, what I don't like about creating things. Mr. Boom is useless. Kind of useless bookworm is fine. And, you know, what I want to keep doing. Like, and one of the things I always say, and I still say, is never stop creating. I think if you really enjoy creating things, always create. Always make things that are enjoyable to you. And if you think of something, just do it. Just do it. I think I'm going to die because this is not... Nope, I'm not going to die. Cool. I think we won. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I went down this kind of random hole, but we knocked out the victory lap challenge. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you next time.